Hey guys, today's video is sponsored by Altphone Software. Now, if you're running into any issues after updating to iOS 17 beta, this software can help you downgrade back to iOS 16 very easily without the need of iTunes, and it can also help you troubleshoot and fix over 150 iOS issues that you may run into. Things like stuck on an Apple logo, a constant boot loop, your iPhone won't boot up, etc. Now, of course, you want to make sure you manage and save your data, so they also offer a data management tool that helps you back up all of your data before or after you update or downgrade your devices. So make sure to check out the Altphone Software iOS repair and their management tool. All the links, of course, will be in the description down below. So I went on Twitter and I asked you guys, are you running iOS 17 Developer Beta 1? And if you are, what kind of bugs and issues are you running into? Now, you guys had a lot to say, so I wanted to share with you guys some of the latest iOS 17 bugs and issues that you guys have shared with me, and also my experience so far with the first beta. Now, of course, this is the first beta. Bugs are expected within the software. I'm not complaining whatsoever. This is to be expected. However, I wanted to document this so that you guys can see the progress, bug fixes along the way as Apple continues to release new betas. Now, as always, if you would like to stay up to date with the latest iOS news and Apple software updates, of course, don't forget to subscribe and make sure you turn on those notifications so that you don't miss another episode. Alright, so I want to start off with the keyboard. And now Apple did mention that they messed around with the keyboard a little bit in iOS 17 in order to improve the autocorrect and things like that. And a lot of you guys are reporting that the keyboard would disappear entirely on your device while you were typing a message or browsing in Safari. And that is something that most of you guys have actually reported on. Now, I came across one issue with the keyboard, and that was in Safari. So I went to search for something, and instead of getting the keyboard, I got the number pad instead, as if I was going to go ahead and make a phone call. I thought it was kind of interesting. I didn't want to do anything else. The iPhone froze. I had to quit Safari and then go right back in, and then the actual keyboard popped up. But other than that, I haven't encountered the issue where the keyboard disappears entirely. However, it looks like a lot of you guys do have the issue where the keyboard would just disappear entirely in iOS 17, and I have to say that if you're having this issue, you're not alone. A lot of users continue to report this. Now, it looks like Apple doesn't want you to message your Android friends, because this is a popular one as well. SMS messages are not working at all. So if you're text messaging someone that does not have an iPhone, it appears that a lot of you guys are having issues with getting these messages to be delivered. Now, I can recommend one thing you can do here. You want to go into your messages here on your iPhone, and then you want to scroll down right here where it says send SMS. You want to make sure you turn that off and turn it back on, and hopefully reboot your iPhone and your SMS messages will work once again. I thought it was kind of funny that SMS messages are not working properly in iOS 17, but yeah, it is definitely an issue that many users are running into. Now, if you're having FaceTime issues in iOS 17, you're not alone. I've run into many issues within FaceTime. Now, Apple did add the new reactions here in Control Center for your FaceTime calls. Now, outgoing FaceTime calls sometimes will just not work. I would click on the name constantly and the call will never initiate. And oftentimes the calls will freeze. So if someone calls me, the microphone on the other end would be muted and I can't hear the person. It freezes and it crashes eventually. So yeah, a lot of you guys are having issues with FaceTime. So am I as well. So if you're having issues with that, don't worry, you're not alone. Hopefully within the next beta, we'll get some fixes here for FaceTime. Now, another thing is AirDrop. I don't know if you guys are encountering any issues with AirDrop, but within iOS 17, I have the issue that I can share something using AirDrop, but when someone tries to send me something in AirDrop, I cannot receive it, and I can't get AirDrop to work. It is so annoying. I use it every single day, and it looks like AirDrop just isn't working for me in iOS 17 Developer Beta 1. Now, one thing I've noticed is that a lot of you guys are saying that when going into settings, when you click in different menus, and I've gotten a lot of feedback from this one, when you click into different menus and settings, your settings app will just crash completely. Now, I haven't come across this issue, but it looks like a lot of you guys are having issues with the settings and the phone application crashing on you within iOS 17 Developer Beta 1. Hopefully, we'll see some fixes here soon with the second beta. Now, other bugs include issues with social network application, third-party applications, menus not working properly, things not working as intended. I have issues with Instagram stories. I have issues with Twitter, loading images into other third-party applications, and this is to be expected. Of course, developers have not updated their apps to support iOS 17. It is still currently sitting in beta 1, so of course you'll have third-party app issues, and if you're having any compatibility issues with third-party applications, that is 100% to be expected. Keep in mind, iOS 17 is only intended for developers, so the updates to third-party apps are not here just yet. Now, battery, of course, I never like to talk about battery when it comes to beta software, but I do want to mention that, of course, it is terrible in iOS 17 developer beta 1. So if you're having any issues with the battery, I cannot get through my entire day within the first beta for iOS 17. So yeah, battery is definitely bad on the first beta. And last but not least, I want to talk about the storage on your iPhone. So if we go into general and go into iPhone storage, iOS 17 has got to be the largest software download in history, which is kind of interesting because it's not overwriting the entire OS, but actually building on top of iOS 16. Right there, 11 gigabytes of a download, and system resources, system data, 24 gigabytes are being taken away from my iPhone just on that alone, which hopefully we'll see more optimization in the future within iOS 17 to free up some of that space within iOS 17 developer beta 1. And there you guys have it. These are some of the bugs and issues that have been running in iOS 17 developer beta 1, and you guys have been running into as well. If you have any additional ones that you would like to share with me, please leave those in the comments down below. I'll be talking to you guys there and sharing some details in regards to the latest beta. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.